What is up, my special bean brothers and sisters? We are back at it again with another figure review. This time I've got Tobey Macguire's Spider-Man from No Way Home in the house, and I can't wait to get him out of the box. I know you guys are looking at it like right now the setup is like, what was he doing? What's he got going on behind him? But right now I'm just in the transition of just kind of moving a lot of my figures around. I did get a bookshelf that I'm ready to arm and set up, so I can't wait to put a lot of my figures into that, and I can free up some desk space so that way I can have the setup looking good and banging and lazy as it should. So enough with the chit chat, let's just get him out of the box and into the review. Okay, here we have my boy Spider-Man, Tobey Macguire, out of the box and onto the rotating stand. My boy's web on the top of his suit looks really good. Can't wait to see what kind of thwip action or what kind of spider pose I can put him in later on. But right now, I just want to take the time to just look at the aesthetics and just look in awe with the appearance that he is blessing us with. It has been long, maybe 20, I would say, yeah, like a good 18, 15 years that Tobey Macguire has been out of the game, but he, yet again, you know, I don't know if it was Sony or Marvel that reached out to him so that way he could make another return for the movie with Tom Holland and with Andrew Garfield. Everything just came full circle. We got Tobey Maguire's suit, Spider-Man 1 suit. Well, I know there is some slight changes with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or I should say Raimi's Spider-Man, the director that ended up directing the first 3 films of Spider-Man. I know that there is slight changes to the suit, but not very big changes. They kind of kept this suit all throughout the entire movies for 1, 2, and 3. What's his name? Andrew Garfield kind of gave us a breath of fresh air with a new suit, kind of pointing in a new direction. I did like the first suit. It was okay. I wasn't a fan of the yellow eyes. Wasn't a fan of the shoes. It looked like he had running tennis shoes on the bottom of his feet. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I can't really remember how he kind of really looked right now. But all I do know is that when Spider-Man 2 came out, The Amazing Spider-Man came out with Andrew Garfield, that suit was really good, and I really loved the direction of where the movie was going. And then they just ended up canceling it, and I'm just like, what the? Okay, I guess. And then, you know, when Marvel Avengers Civil War came out, we were getting a new Spider-Man, and I'm just like, okay, this is cool too. And to be honest, I was not a fan of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Right now, I am, only because of he has the 3 movies under his belt. But when he first appeared, I was just like, this is not it for me. This dude doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how he's acting. I don't know. I didn't see him in anything else prior to that. But we all love Tom Holland. I think he's a good Spider-Man, a good person to, you know, tackle up the mantle and carry the spider suit onto new endeavors and new series. So enough rambling. Let's get him off of the rotating stand and take a better look at his articulation. Okay, so when it comes to his articulation, he's able to look up about that much, down about that much, and then go side to side pretty good. You can see that when he looks down a good ways. My dude looks really nice. He's like, where's the pennies at? Because I'm picking them all up. He doesn't really go back that much, which is kind of a bummer. I'd want him to kind of get a pose of him just kind of looking up, but hey, that's fine. Moving on down to the shoulders. So we have, let's see, I know we can get him up pretty good. So his shoulders can go up about this much. We have a nice butterfly joint right here, which tends to get in the way, but it's not bad. Let me see if I can maneuver. So yeah, I mean, you're able to kind of cross his arm or get that web swinging action in, or just, you know, him punching somebody in the face. So that's fine right there. We got a bicep swivel right here. It can go 360, but I'm not going to stress it. So we have bends at the elbow, better than 90, I would say. Can he get a little bit more? No, not really. I don't like how the elbow looks. It just looks ugly to me. Just saying. And then wrist 360 all the way. So we got 360 on the wrist right there. Moving on to his upper part of his abdomen. So this is kind of weird because he's only able to get about this much of an ab crunch. Let me see. Yep, about this much. And then if you move him back, he's able to get, let's see. If you move him back, he's able to get this much, which isn't really a whole lot, but that's not where I'm trying to focus at. What I'm trying to focus is, like, do you guys notice that even though this is an SH figure arts, look how back he's going, right? And you could see that there is no gap. There is no ugly gap on my boy. Look to the front. Let me see. Look, no ugly gap. They did it to where he does have range and motion, and they keep the aesthetic. No ugly gap. And then check this out on the lower part of his abdomen. My boy can look all the way down. He can look down if he needs to. And look, you could see the separating parts, but there is no gap. I'm telling you. We don't shop there. We don't shop at Gap. Shout out to everybody that's shopping at Gap. But yeah, he does not have it. My boy does not have it. And then this piece right here on his waist is kind of, actually, no, it's not floating. Nope. The piece on his waist is not floating. I don't like it when some characters have this floating piece. Sometimes it works when it's kind of like a belt, but in this case, it would have kind of been pointless to have this as a separating piece to make it look like a belt, because then it would just kind of move all around. And I get it. It would be for, what is it, articulation purposes. But moving on down to the thigh, check this out. My boy can do it. He can lift his leg up all the way, and depending on how, like, you kind of move it, look, see, my dude can get the range and motion. Shout out to the butt parts right here. Nice. Get that action. All right, so we're gonna lift that up, and his thigh is his leg is actually able to go out that much. He has a cut right here in the thigh, so that allows him to get some better range and motion. Let's see, bends at the knee. We got him. Then again, it kind of utilizes the same knee for the elbow. Kind of don't like it. As you can see right there, looks kind of whack. But you know what I'm just noticing? Like, this is kind of dirty. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Let me see. It's kind of dirty right here. It's not the same blue as this one. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but yeah, it's just a little bit different, I guess. Maybe a mist painted application right there. I don't know. Anyways, moving on down to the feet, he gets a generous amount of range of motion with the feet. Goes down about this much, goes up about this much, not that much, and then his toe articulation. And does he have the pivots? Let me see. Yes, he does. He has a good amount of pivot on him. That's my boy Tobey Macguire. Oh, let's get, I didn't show this. Let me see. I didn't show it closer, and I know I wanted to, but let me see if I can get this to focus. You see the details on my boy's symbol right there? Look. Check that out. And then let's go ahead and get the back as well. I'm telling you, my boy looks nice. I do have the, what is it, the Toy Biz? I do have the Toy Biz Spider-Man, but I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in a box. I'll have to check that out later. It's probably at my mom's house. But yeah, I wish I would have had that side by side. That would have been good to have them side by side. But anyways, let's put him back on the rotating stand and take a look at his accessories. Let's get it. All right, now that we got Spider-Man in his dancing pose, let's move on to the accessories. So, excuse me about that. Sorry for all my people wearing headphones. So, we're going to start with the headpieces because you know that's what I love to start with. So, the first headpiece we're going to get is this goofy looking headpiece. Once I saw it in the package that he came with the alternative headpiece, which is an unmasked headpiece, I was kind of on the fence about this. I was like, what? This must be a rumor. This must be a lie, because I could not for the life of me, believe that they were going to give us something like this. I don't think I'll be using this. I mean, he has like kind of the messed up hair in the back. I mean, his face does not look like Tobey Macguire. I mean, when SH Figure Arts come, and Mayfex as well, when they come out with these face plates or head sculpts that kind of try to mimic how a person should look, they almost like 70% of the time kind of never really work out. But kudos for them trying. I get it. They're using this type of image printing technology that they're utilizing. So, I mean, it kind of looks good in a way. But like I said, I'm not a fan of this goofy face. I don't know when they started using this. I don't know when he had this face. But yeah, my boy looks goofy. On to the next. Next head sculpt is what I can get down with. My boy has the blue eyes, nice blue eyes. He has the nice hair kind of comb over to the side, which is like so 1990s. All right, come on, Toby. Think of a better head sculpt, or at least get your fade up, something like that. Anyways, he has the nice neck piece that comes with it. The other one does it so that way you can, let me see. Yeah, this head sculpt right here, you can kind of interchange them. Take this headpiece off of the neck, and then you're good to go. And this is well articulated, goes up about that much. And let's see, you can go down about that much. Kind of looking down, maybe menacing. Hey, he kind of looks, right now, he kind of looks like, what's his name? The one that played Venom, Topher Grace, my boy from that 70s show. That's who he looks like right now. This is not Tobey Macguire. We got Topher Grace in the suit. All right, moving on to the next. His hands, for anybody that wants them, he has a pair of thumbs up hands. No, I'm just playing. This is his web holding hands. Let me see, where'd the other piece go? Did I drop it? Well, anyways, I can't find where the other piece, I just dropped it. So he comes with a pair of these web holding hands, and I'll showcase that in a bit because it's different how you're going to put it on him. Let me see. He gets a pair of these meme holding hands, or pointing finger hands. This is when all the Spider-Mans get together and then they kind of point at each other and recreate the meme like they did on set. Then he has a pair of like wall climbing hands, so he can climb the walls, feel the walls, be the wall. I don't know, but yeah, he has a pair of these hands. Let's see. And then last but not least, he has a pair of mask holding hands. Mask holding hands right there. Or maybe a pair of like binocular holding hands. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to see something. But yeah, he has a pair of that. And I'll move on to the first accessory for his mask, which is, let's see. So he can hold it like this. Boom. Easy, too easy. So he'll hold the mask like that, and the mask is done very good, as you can see right there. Nothing too much about it. It's a hard plastic too. So we got that. Next, we're gonna move on to his webs, which is nothing too spectacular, to say the least. All right, so we get a pair of short holding webs right here. Short holding webs, or short webs, I don't know. Anyways, you get a pair of those. I won't be posing him with that. And then you get a pair of the longer webs that go behind. You would unpeg the hand and then put this on top of the wrist peg, and then you would put the hand back on. So yeah, you get a pair of those. Nice translucent. I would have preferred a white color like we got with Mezco Spider-Man, but that's fine. I guess they're trying to stay true to the movie, which his looks more like a clear color than a white color, I guess. And then last but not least, we get a long web effect right here. And it's kind of bent right here at the very end, mainly so that way you can put, so when you're putting this web on, right, it's not going to, let me see if I can get that focus. So when you're putting this web piece on, it's not going to go on in front like that. It's going to go behind his hand right here. Behind, because when he is swinging, he needs that arm in front, and this web is going to be behind him. And I'll try and showcase that too. But that is it for his accessories. Now let's get Dancing Spider-Man off the rotating stand, and I'm going to put as much accessories as I can on my boy Maguire and give my final thoughts. Alright guys, here is my boy Tobey Macguire with as much accessories as I can put on him. As you can see, he has the web holding hand holding the web from behind, so that way when he's doing a swinging action, you get the idea. It's swinging kind of behind his wrist, and it plugs right there in his hand instead of onto the wrist peg. In his other hand, he has the mask holding hand holding the mask, which looks really good, and I ended up putting the Tobey Macguire head on him. Didn't want to put the goofy one on, but I put on the regular Tobey Macguire head that we all know and love. And before I get on to my final thoughts, I really want to do some, not some size comparison, well I guess you could say that, but some comparisons with other Spider-Man figures that I own. And I'll do that right now. Here is the first up to go. It is the Tom Holland Mezco 112 Spider-Man figure. As you can see, the Mezco actually is maybe just, I wouldn't even say a hair. It actually is taller than the Tobey Macguire Spider-Man that we get from SH Figure Arts, which is kind of weird. Let me see. I have another Tom Holland figure, but this is from the I'm pretty sure this is from the No Way Home. So let me try and get him to stand on there. So this is Tom Holland with the No Way Home suit, the arm brace that Doctor Strange ends up giving him. So yeah, that's him right there. And he is actually a hair shorter. He's actually a hair shorter. Let me see if I can raise this up. So yeah, the Tom Holland one is actually a hair shorter than the Tobey Macguire one. And I just want to do one last comparison. I have him right here. This is the, let me see. This is the Miguel figure that we all got from Mezco this year. Yeah, this year. That we all got from this year. Let me see if I can put him on here real quick. Oh no. He's gonna need some finagling. Come on. Come on. I knew that was gonna happen. Let me get my bearings real quick. Alright guys, this is as good as it's gonna get with all four figures kind of on the rotating stand, but hey, I finally got them on. So the biggest one I would say is Miguel. He kind of towers everybody, and he may look like a big figure on camera, but the thing is that the Miguel Mezco 112 figure, 2099 figure, that is actually in scale with a lot of other figures. The Mezco 112, they just kind of tend to be a little bit higher in height when it compares to the SH Figure Arts and the Mayfex figure line. So with all that being said, this Tobey Macguire figure is definitely, it's a cop in the sense of if you are a fan of the movies, the very first like 2003, I think 2006 and 2008 movies, then yeah, he's a definite cop. You know, it's for nostalgia's sake, and we got to see him again in the No Way Home movie. So with that being said, I will want to point out some, some QC issues. Nothing wrong with the paint, nothing really wrong with the appearance, but it's more about the articulation. I did kind of know, like, straight up out of the box, he was just a little loose, and I am going to have to, tighten the joints up with maybe some glue or paint, whatever it may be first. But just kind of something to kind of note at that my joints, I don't know how everybody else is or how everybody else is right out of the box, but mine right out of the box, it was just a little bit loose on the feet. The hands were okay. The neck was really good. The abdomen parts were nice and tight. It's just the legs. And I found myself like trying to pose them with the legs and the knee bent like kind of up, and they would just kind of swing down. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, gotta fix this. But overall, good figure. Good figure. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Let me know in the comment section below if my boy Macguire is going to be a pass or grab. Major Piccolo shout out to everybody supporting the channel since day one. And like I've said, the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't.